2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. Okay. Hello, internet world. This is your host, the Deer Man. Norma Joe is already asleep because it's past midnight. It's 12:15. Look at this glow on my face. Wow, what a heavenly glow. Maybe I can even adjust this light a little bit. Seems a little extra to me. I don't know. I guess that's okay. Oh my god, that was so bright. That's so bright. Alright, I'm wasting time here. Yeah, that seems fine to me. Alright, where was I? Okay. Fritz goes over to a big bundle power strip hanging from the ceiling. It already has about 20 things plugged into it, with the plugs all pushing against each other, and half undone and shit. He tries to plug his plug into it too, and it sparks at him. Tss. Fritz. Das ist sehr gefährlich. Younique. Do not oppose me, you little swine. You do as I say or I'll send you back to the gallows. Fritz shudders and quickly plugs the plug in, sparks or not. He hurries back to Younique's side to get away from the outlets. Younique puts her hands on her hips and looks back and forth between Shane and the zombie. Younique. I love the moment before a new experiment. So much potential to be had, like the first savory sense of a grand banquet. This German accent I'm doing is horrible. Suddenly, behind them, there's a loud-ass bang, and they all turn around. Rick is standing there in the doorway, with the door thrown open, and his pistol smoking like in a western. Rick blows the smoke. When in doubt, just shoot shit. That's the American way. Younique. Don't think you've defeated me so easily. That was more Russian, I think. She's German. Anyway, whatever. Rick grabs the hose connected to the water fountain and sprays her with it, spraying the whole floor and half the lab in the process. Younique makes a pissed off cat yowl sound, speaking of which, and stands there dripping wet. She goes to grab a scalpel or two, but Rick points his gun at her. Rick, stop right there. Don't move or I'll take you out. Younique pauses. They stare at each other for a long moment. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly music plays for a second. That's my second favorite movie of all time. I will have to do a top 10 favorite movies video at some point. Then, suddenly, Younique throws all caution to the wind and grabs a scalpel anyway. Oh, bad move. That's how you get shot by the cops. She dashes for Rick. He shoots! But he doesn't shoot her. He shoots the bundle of wires on the ceiling. The whole big-ass squid of wires and plugs. And everything comes crashing down to the floor in the puddle of water. There's a huge fucking crazy-ass strobe effect as every light throughout the manor flashes and power surges, like when someone gets the electric chair in a movie. Or like when Luke grabbed the wires out of the wall in that other story. And at the end, Younique is fried like foil in the microwave. She falls down dead on the floor as the lights return to normal. Damn. Oh, Shane. Damn. Rick carefully creeps into the room, avoiding the electrified puddle. Rick. Nobody hurts my brother. Husband. He unstraps Shane from the operating table. Shane gets himself up, but he's still all weak, and he falls into Rick's arms. Shane. My hero. Meanwhile, somewhere else in the manor, Penny is back in that weird bathroom from before. I love that bathroom. I have to draw it. Well, with the wallpaper and all that. She's sitting on the edge of the bathtub, where before her and Carl had hung out together. Now the tub is full of water and has a couple koi fish swimming in it. Penny sighs bitterly. We could have had it all, Carl. We could have had it all. Rolling in the deep. No, I'm playing. As she stares into the water, suddenly she sees Carl's reflection behind her. She looks up, slightly surprised. Carl, hey. Penny, hey. He sits down on the edge of the tub next to her. Penny, why did you come back? Aren't you scared of me? Carl, Kinda. But I had to thank you for saving me. Penny, huh? Carl, I know it was you who put the keys on that army guy. I don't know how or why, but I know it was you. Penny, oh yeah, that. Carl, if I didn't hear him coming, he would have slashed me. Penny, slashed you with who? Carl, huh? Oh, no, I mean he would have killed me. Penny, oh, right, right. Well, I'm glad you got away. I didn't want to see you get hurt. Look at us, two lost souls. Penny and Carl in unison, swimming in a fishbowl. I used to hear that song so much. All the teachers in high school loved to play that song. Carl, I miss my family. Penny, then go to them, Carl. A family is so precious. Go to them. Carl, will I ever see you again? Penny, I don't know. She stands up. One last hug, just in case. One small person to another. Carl stands up and they hug each other. Aww. Penny, we'll always have Paris. Aww. Carl, huh? He looks over them and sees a framed picture of the Eiffel Tower on the wall. Carl, yeah, we will. Aww. Their hug finally comes to an end and they pull apart. Penny looks at him with a sad little smile. Then suddenly her expression changes like she noticed something wrong. Carl, what? Penny measures their heights against each other with her hand. She finds that Carl is a little bit taller than her. Penny, remember before I was taller than you? Carl, well, I mean, technically, this leads into something else in the sequel, but technically, it's not weird because she's a zombie, so she's, like, not growing anymore, and he is growing, you know? So, and he's a preteen, which is, like, the time in your life when you, like, grow the fastest, you know? But, whatever. Penny. Go, Carl, hurry. Hurry to your family. I'll always remember you. Carl hesitates. Then he turns and goes for the door. But right as he gets into the doorway, he stops. Carl. Wait. One last thing. Oh, he's doing a little bit of Columbo. I fucking love Columbo. One last thing. I know you think your family failed you, and maybe they did, but there's a family out there for everyone, even if it's not the one you're born to. You'll find a place where you belong. Penny, eyes get all watery. That was beautiful. Carl nods. It's what my dad told me when they used to kick in the meth heads' doors and kidnap their kids to ship out all over the state. I can imagine some people to hate me for saying that. Bye, Penny. You are a cool girl. You'll find a good home someday. This is before I heard of the whole cool girl thing, so anyway. He turns and runs away before their goodbye gets any longer, leaving Penny just standing there. He runs up through the now quiet hallways until he reaches the ground floor in the main hall. He finds the battle against the zombies over. It's all eerily quiet. All the Cadburians and our heroes are boarding up the windows and the door and scrubbing the floor, sweeping all the body parts in the trash bags. Ugh. The sight of a war after the war. What a horrible place. They even try to straighten up the place a little bit, putting the taxidermy animal heads and guns back on the walls. Carl wanders through them and nobody seems to notice him. He goes into the kitchen and finds Curly mopping the floor and smoking a cigarette. He goes up to her. Carl, hey. Curly takes a cigarette out of her mouth. My baby, where you been? I looked everywhere for you. She drops them off and they hug each other. Aw. Carl, I was just exploring. Yeah, he's been gone for like the whole entire story. He's been gone for a while. Curly, did you have fun on your little adventure? Carl, yeah. Curly, did you learn something? Carl thinks about it. I did, actually. I learned a lot. Deep moment as he thinks about Penny. Curly, oh, fun. She picks up her cigarette and starts smoking again. Cut to a few hours later. The crew has the place pretty much as cleaned as it's gonna get. They're all setting up a big-ass hobo camp in the kitchen with blankets and sleeping bags. Rick, as he lays out the blankets. So, tell me again why we're not leaving this fucking place? Rochelle. Because I motherfucking said so. It's safe in here. We got hella people and hella supplies. With the governor and the brig, we could run this place. The governor from with— oh, I forgot they put him in there. The governor from within the pantry. I heard that. Rochelle waves him off. Rig. I don't think it's safe. Those bikers and walkers could come back at any time. Rochelle. Man, fuck them. Most of the bikers are dead. They're all driving around Valhalla by now. Rick. Seriously? Rochelle. Well, either that or they ran away. They continue putting the hobo camp together. Then a couple random-ass white trash-looking survivors step out with a couple bottles of wine. White trash survivor number 1. Woohoo! Check what we found! White trash person number 2. This is that good shit. Do people say good anymore? I'm sure some people do. Everyone else, woo! They pop open the bottles and start serving everyone wine. Oh my god, they're all becoming the governor. The party begins. Ungst, 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 ungst. Rochelle to Rick. Anyway, don't worry about the zombies. They're dumb. They ain't gonna find a way to get back in here. Rick, I wouldn't be so sure of that. I've had a lot more screen time than you ever since we got here, and I think we should leave. Rochelle snaps at him. Oh, so what? You think you're better than me or something? Let me tell you something, you chicken neck breaded ass honky. While you was off getting all that screen time, I was up here fighting the motherfucking Battle of Nuremberg, uncredited, and we won. Oh, they won this time. They lost last time. Rick. Yeah, in the end, but first you lost. Yeah, okay, I just said that. Rochelle narrows her eyes. Don't try me, bitch. Before they can escalate their argument further, Hershey's comes over with his face all red, like jolly old Santa Claus drinking wine. He puts his arms around Rick and Rochelle and leans on them. Hershey's. Come on, quit bickering. Time to celebrate. Oh, learn to celebrate, he said. A random survivor goes walking by. Hershey's, in his tipsiness, reaches over and taps their shoulder. Hershey's. Hey, what's your name? Survivor. Oh, you don't want to try and get to know me. I'll be dead soon enough. Hershey's, huh? Survivor. I said, it's a party, let's turn up. Hershey's. Haha, yeah, right on. And so they did. Everyone got drunk and partied long into the night. Druid style. Yes, and yeah. I'm sure they were all super fucked up from everything they saw in the war, and now the only thing they can do is just constantly get fucked up. The next morning the sun comes up. Everyone's passed out, strewn around the kitchen floor, tucked under blankets. This is why they're all camping out in the kitchen, because they're all too traumatized to sleep in a normal bed or attempt to return to civilian life or whatever. The only person awake is Curly. She's wandering around in her pink bathrobe with slippers. Oh man, I can't believe this part is so near the end. I guess it's actually not that near the end, but still, it's like way more than halfway through. Okay, where was I? The only person awake is Curly. She's wandering around in her pink bathrobe with slippers like when she originally left her home, tidying up the area, drinking some hair of the dog type of drink, and curling. I just imagine her like drinking the last dregs of everybody's like beer cans and stuff, or I guess they just had wine bottles. I don't know, I'm sure there's some beer somewhere. And curling her hair with soda and beer cans, just like home. In the background, we see Rusty spooning Tyree on the floor. Curly goes out of the kitchen to leave everyone sleeping in peace. She puts some new batteries in the radio and takes it with her, wandering out the front door into the open world. Don't ask me why she's going outside alone. I guess she just feels oh so safe from their victorious battle the night before. I mean, come on, just use your damn imagination. Sometimes people just do shit. There doesn't always have to be some kind of reason. Yeah, you can just say everyone's a little crazy, you know. They're not thinking what they're doing. I feel like that's kind of the vibe of the whole story. Anyway, the morning is quiet and beautiful, and the sun's out. There's blood all over the place, but most of the dead bodies have been eaten by the alligators. Curly sighs bittersweetly. Never thought my life would turn into this. There's a fucking hair on me that I can't get. Never thought my life would turn into this. Well, at least we still have a little music. Yeah, I mean, they have guns, they have clothes, they have batteries. They have a lot of things that you might not have in the apocalypse. So they're doing good right now. Alright, she turns on the radio. JJ. Well, good morning to all my beautiful listeners. We have made it through another tempest of a night, and we made it out of the wilderness, shiny and new. I hope you feel like you should, babies. I tell you, who's better than us? Curly sits down on the edge of the bloody drawbridge. Yeah, JJ, who's better than us? JJ. I like the fact of somebody, like, actually, like, being a big fan of JJ. Well, I guess in the show, in Night Gallery, he said he used to be a big-time dude, but it seemed like he was all washed up, you know? I guess in order to be washed up, you gotta have been big at some point, right? I just like the fact that he's all washed up and he doesn't have any fans anymore, but she's still his fan, you know? I'm down with shit like that. Anyway, JJ. Well, here's a song out there for all you gorgeous little winners, you perseverers. And remember, JJ loves all his little cats and cadettes, but he loves you the most. Curly, as she plays with her hair. Oh, JJ. Tom Petty's American Girl starts playing on the radio. Curly starts feeling the groove. She puts down the radio and starts dancing a little bit. Curly, singing along. Well, she was an American girl, raised on promises. She couldn't help thinking that there was a little more life somewhere else. Then, unexpectedly, she hears a male voice faintly singing back. Male voice. After all, it was a great big world, with lots of places to run to. Yeah, did she have to die? Try, and she had one little promise she was gonna keep. Curly. Oh yeah, alright. Man, take it easy, baby. Make it last. Curly, make it last all night. Man, she was an American girl. Curly starts looking around for the guy. She follows his voice over to the fence. Curly. Well, it was kind of cold that night. Man, from just behind the fence. She stood out on our balcony. Curly. Yeah, she could hear the cars roll by. Man, that old 441, like the waves crash on a beach. Curly chews her lip in excitement to see who it is. She kicks off her slippers and hoists herself up onto the fence. Man, and for one desperate moment there, he crept back in her memory. Curly looks down to the other side of the fence and sees Daryl there, with his eyes closed and singing along to the song, as he cleans off Blade's motorcycle with a rag. Dressed in dirty blue jeans and a white undershirt, and his hair tied back with a bandana. Full white trash housewife regalia. Daryl. God, it's so painful, something that's so close. Curly adds in, and still so far out of reach. Daryl's eyes open fast and he instantly goes quiet as the music keeps playing on the radio in the background. He looks up at Curly, dying 1,000 deaths of humiliation. Like I probably just did, trying to sing that song with no music, but life is short. Daryl. I thought I was alone. Curly sits on top of the fence. Don't be embarrassed, it was cool. Yeah, you ever been dancing in your room and somebody just walks in? Like, without respecting your privacy? Yeah, anyway. Daryl. Yeah, he glances around. Well, you better get out of here with the quickness. If Blade sees you, he'll fucking scalp you. Curly. Are you living here now, next to the fence? Daryl. Just today. Soon as we score some gasoline, we're out of here. Fresno, California, baby. That's our destination. I could see them living in Fresno. That's so far, though. That's the other coast. But okay. Curly. You sure you don't want to come join us? Daryl. Don't start that again. Curly. Well, why not? You don't need this guy, man. You can do way better without him. If you join us, you can go on better adventures and get treated better, too. So here we go again with, like, because I'm sure, as you already noticed, Daryl always plays the female stereotypes. So it's kind of like another like two classic female stereotypes like talking to each other. Like I almost consider this to be like like the Bechdel test, because even though Daryl is a man, he always plays a female role, you know, like a stereotypical female role or whatever. Um so it's like basically, yeah, him talking to Curly is basically like the wives, quote unquote, like having a conversation about like, you know, he's like the wife that has a shitty abusive husband. She has an imperfect but another overall loving like marriage, and she's trying to convince the like abused wife to like leave her marriage, you know. So anyways, that's all for tonight.